Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. iBrand Daybreak Star Corner, and we have another star in the house, Nanani. He did that cover. Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Welcome to our studio.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so for a moment, just before you told me that was a cover to Victoni's song, I wanted to say that person sounded so much like Victoni, but of course that kind of makes sense right now. Nanani, you are a musical artist.
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of covers, or was that a one-off?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of covers. I still do covers too. So,
I see.
Yeah.
A cover lover.
I know that I'm a cover lover.
Well, okay. Don't cover lover. We should look into that word. All right. So, music for you, is it, since we're on the lover conversation level, is it your first love? Is that what you always wanted to do, or you were kind of stumbled into it now, saw the love of your life under the sunlight, you now fell in love and started doing music? Or has it always been music for you?
Yeah, there's always been music since when I was little, you know, back then, church rehearsal. My sisters, all of them were in choir. My mom was a chorister. My dad loved listening to Michael Jackson a lot. My brother had over 10,000 music in his laptop. So, yeah, it was something I grew into and something that I loved.
But now you get coconut head, now you know join choir for your house.
I joined choir when I come out at the end.
Why you come out? Now that coconut head still when they talk. Why you leave choir? What choir do you?
Not you know. Well, I don't do choir. I just say what I do solo for now.
Yeah. That one, Desha. So you eventually started doing music. I do understand that it's more like a family thing. You all love music in your house. I can actually relate to that. Yeah. But at what point did you decide to, make this a career thing, to make monies off of it?
I think I'll see like 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. That's when I started like officially. And I got a signing, I got a deal, but I was a desperate boy back then. 1 or 2 happened, you know.
And you see that's a bombastic sign. When did you do that signing? What did you do?
1 or 2 happened. I left for the sake of my life, you know, and I'm back again grinding. So that's how it is until we make that big.
But are you open to more signings, or do you want to just do, your independent stuff?
Yeah, I'm open to more signings because from the first one I learned a lot. I mean, I'm very learning a lesson and learn a lot from it. So I learned a lot from it. So I'm open to any signing. As far as it's contracts, I'm open to.
But it's a beautiful thing that you brought that up, because a lot of young artists who are up and coming kind of, first of all, find it difficult to even see someone who is willing to sign them, knowing that they are just trying to find their footing in the industry. And then a lot of these young cats get these signings, but they don't know what to do with it. And, sorry to say it this way, but young people make the mistakes that kind of ruin the first platforms for them, and then that's why you hear a lot of bad blood between record label management and their signees, and it's like it was almost starting to look like record labels are always after your life, but nobody talks about how they contributed to whatever the squabbles were about. If you would go back and talk to the younger version of yourself, that person that got signed 3 years ago, what would you tell that person? Well,
personally, I would say knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important. Information is very, very important. And I'll tell my younger self they should learn to open up.
Yeah.
Yes. So exactly, there's really nothing wrong in record labels or anything. I just feel always miscommunication, misinformation, 1 or 2, and everybody with their selfish interests. That's just how it is. That's what happens at the end of the day.
Yeah. All right, so let me take it up from here because I'm really, I got struck, when you made mention of those parts when it comes to signing. And just in case we have a label watching the show, I want to ask you, what particular deal are you looking for? You know, because when you look at the way the entertainment is structured, we have several types of deals.
Yeah,
we have the 50-50 deal, we have the distribution deal, we have the single record deal, and the list is endless. So what exactly do you want? Should someone out there is watching you and want to sign you so they'll know the exact part you're towing?
Okay, so if we talk about what I really want,
Yeah.
I just want to work with like, I want it to be like a partnership. It's like,
okay, so a partnership is 50-50 deal.
Exactly.
Such that
like an investor,
exactly,
an artist, or
they
partner,
bring theirs, you bring yours,
something
we
like
put
that.
it together. At
We
the end
work
of the day,
together. It's not like there's one man bigger than the other, and this man bigger than this and this.
Exactly, because the reason I'm asking you this is because a lot of artists now are careful with the kind of deal they want to sign.
Yeah.
Looking at what happened to your colleague, Mobad, recently. Aside from that, let's talk about you now as an artist. Now, you are a solo artist at the moment, and of course, it is really hectic, pushing such a career on your own.
Yeah.
What are some of those difficult parts that you've come across, and how are you able to deal successfully with this?
Well, I would say I've dealt with it successfully, but it's a process.
Sure.
And for the music industry, this time, this era, this period is very, very saturated because there's many artists in the world. Just in Lagos, there's many artists. There's songs dropping. I can see every minute, every day, every minute. New songs are dropping every minute. Sorry, can you remind me of
All right,
about
so what I'm
the
trying
question
to say is, as a solo artist that is not signed to a label,
again?
you have difficult parts in your career.
Yeah.
How have you been able to, identify this part and also deal with it successfully?
Okay, so how I've identified it is by
Or what are those difficult parts? Let's even start from there.
difficult parts, funding,
Funding.
content creation, Lagos and Nigeria's wahala. Like there's some places that you might want to go and shoot, and they start harassing you and telling you that my son, you pay
I've
this,
seen that too.
and man, we're just boys hustling from our mother's house. We're not rich or not anything. I was just trying to make a good life out of good things. Not as if we want to do something illegal. So just to shoot a video, some people can say, yeah, you're just gonna sign this with phone, no, it's not with camera. You get, and yeah, I've been trying to do my thing. I just the rough farm, to be honest. Like I'm just doing it still, like try my best. I can't just because of this road is blocked now. I will fly the fence. You get, so that's how I've just been doing it. If the road is blocked, I fly the fence. So yeah, and I've been studying a lot of artists these days. I've just been studying how they do their thing, studying. So I know that as I'm coming now, I should be, because yeah, it's difficult.
So you're a new brand out there, and like you said, we have several artists out there pushing out chunks of songs, love to whatever they call it. What exactly is the uniqueness of your own brand? Something that you want people to say, no, for this guy, it's quite different from every other person. What stands you out?
What stands me out when I see this, it is the way I sing my song. The way
How you tell the singer?
is the way I put around my melodies. Is the way it's not. When I sing, I don't think of anybody or anything. I don't even have, sometimes I don't even have a plan of what I want to sing about. I always like it being very, very
natural,
organic, because I feel music is from a very spiritual place. So when I key onto that place, I don't know what's coming, but I know it's blessing that is coming. So yeah, if something is coming from that place, it's not irregular.
So that's what stands you out. Beautiful. Yeah. I liked how you answered that question. From your earlier submission, you mentioned that there are lots of artists out there churning out great tunes, by the way, and it's like is there really space in the sky again for everybody? Because it can't be like everybody want to fly, you know.
Right.
So, but then, of course, there are people who are already thriving, who are doing great work that I'm sure that you would really, really want to work with these persons. They could be international acts, they could be Nigerian acts, but if you were to pick 3 artists that you would work with, who would they be and why?
3 artists, okay.
It can be more than 3, I'm just saying. So just feel free.
I want to work with many artists, but let me just say 3.
Yeah.
First of all, I'd like to work with Victonian because of his, how I put this, I say chemistry, something like that. Yeah, Victonian. I like to work with Ruga. I like to work with Wandeko. Yeah, like many people, man. Wandeko, because of I see some similarities in me and him, and I feel if me and Wande if we jam in the studio one day, definitely one day, and we make a song, it's going to be mad, very, very mad.
I prefer Fire.
Fire
Let me
boy.
know the Chris for here, baby. I prefer make the song be Fire.
Yeah, it's going to be Fire. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And are you looking at any international arts?
Yeah, Chris Brown, in Jesus' name. You know.
From your mouth to God's ears, I keep my faith to yours. Chris Brown, wherever you are, we conjure your spirit and your mind to think about Nanani right now. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, Chris Brown. Anybody else?
To be international acts, I'm not really big on them that much.
Yeah.
I just like my people. First of all, let me just even do things with them first.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's beautiful. So let us bring it home to the industry that we have. You did mention how saturated it has become, and that is also because of, you know, how successful the people running the industry have been able to make it to be. While we have different scandals here and there and backstories, we don't care about it. We do know that we have a multi-billion-dollar industry on our shoulders as Nigerians and Africans, and it is a beautiful thing for us. But also, in the midst of all that plenty people, what it has meant is that a lot of things have become streamlined. So it is almost, I don't want to say impossible, but you have to be different, unique. You have to know what you're doing to be able to access some things. I interviewed someone, an older person in the industry, and he did mention that during their time, it was easy to walk up to Adon Jazzy and have conversations with him. But because of the man's safety, you won't even blame him for putting so much, you know, security around him. Like before you have access to even his office, it is a long haul that you have to go through. Now, what are those things that, you know, pose as a big challenge for you as an independent and up-and-coming artist? I know we had touched on this before, but when you look at the crop of artists that are coming up, the new kids on the block, just like the Victonies and you know, Rugas that you mentioned, they kind of seem to sound a certain way. Do you think that has kind of, you know, boxed the music for a while into a certain space, or you think that is every man can function the way he wants? What is your reaction to that circle of thought?
Everybody having like same type of,
sounding almost the same. If a new music drops today, you can almost tell there's going to be a piano, or it's going to be Cookery of the Past or something like that.
Well, that one is a long thing.
I know, right?
At the same time, is I just feel that's where we're at right now, and I don't think there's anything we can do about it until we just like we see this season, like we see this phase pass. Like it's always a phase for in this music scene. I feel it's always a phase from 2001 down. It has always been changing. This is my piano, and it will still change. True. It will still change. So I just feel this is the phase we're in now, and
Okay, you know what? Okay, maybe I should rephrase that question for you.
Okay.
Do you think it's stifling creativity? Because take it away from the 2001 down to the point where you just mentioned, there were times where we were blessed with having different people doing different sounds and trending simultaneously along each other. So you had a Black China who was doing whatever he was doing, trending the same time that P Square was trending with that kind of music. Do you understand? We had that versatility going on at that period of time. But unlike what we have now, it is trend. If it starts trending, everybody does the trend till that one stops trending, and then we move on to another trend. So do you think that has streamlined or stifled creativity?
Yeah, it has. It has actually, because everybody wants chop fast. That's just the reason why people are doing that. That's the only reason why people are doing that, and it has actually reduced creativity. But shout out to the ones that are not hungry in that part. There's some people that are not, okay, this was I'll do it. But at the same time, there's pressure, like that's the thing. There's pressure. So I just feel it has actually reduced the creativity and everything, but it is what it is at the end of the day.
All right, you seem to be big on knowledge and learning from things that has happened to you. You've been in the industry for 3 years now professionally, but that is away from everything else that you've been doing before you decided to do professionally. What are your key takeaways in these 3 years that that, okay, if I'm going to do something that I did that 3 years ago, if I want to do it again, I would do it differently?
Follow up, like follow up on things I'm supposed to follow up on, because there's some things that I missed out in the past because I did not follow up the right way I'm supposed to follow up. And there's following up and there's following up. Like there's
a difference.
Exactly, because like somebody can reach out to you in the DM and I like your tune, like this, and you are like, oh, thank you, sir, thank you very much, and that's just it. Instead, make you like, thank you, sir, this, can I see you, can I do this, you don't know, you get
you don't know who
exactly
could be,
follow up, and discipline, not to fall into a mess anymore. You get enough discipline, enough people to guide you, because you actually need guidance if you are doing this music piece. It's a very, very wide and vast space to be in, that you can get so lost and get lost in split second
and just disappear. Right?
Exactly. So you need a family too. So that's just
beautiful. All right, our time is up. Unfortunately, we have to draw the curtains. But before we draw the curtains, do you feel led in your spirit to give us a freestyle, please? I'm sure our audience would like to hear something from you.
Okay. Is it a bit?
No, just feel free.
Okay. Slow wine. Shorty wanna come to my party. Slow wine and slow wine. Say she wanna come to my party. Slow wine. Say she wanna come to the yard, but girl wanna rest in my house. Oh, this is important. Change your color. So many things where I want make you enter. That.
It's not. That time I was writing you this freestyle, I forgot to put that part. So don't worry, I'll complete it later. All right, Danini, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm sure you have stuff out on streaming platforms. How do people find you to stream your stuff?
Yeah, you can find me firstly on social media. My name is Nanani. All my social media, D Nanani, THENANANI, Dinanani, Twitter, Dinanani, TikTok, Dinanani, everywhere. And my Spotify is down. There's a new song out. You can get it there. All right, go ahead. He is out on streaming platforms. Go ahead, stream his music, pay for it, share it, call your family and friends. Tell them that D Nanani has hot stuff on Spotify. They should go ahead and cop that music and show some love. He is also a D Nanani on all social media platforms. Go ahead, follow the guy, send him a DM, do some work with him. And if he does a cover to your song, please repost it, call the guy, bam, drink. He will not
Fuck you. All right. Once again, thank you for coming on this show.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Star Corner here on iBrand Daybreak. We will return after this time out. Stay with us.